we got instructions yet again from another Kenyan activist, Charles Rubia, to file another petition against one Noordin Haji. The frequency of these petitions are becoming now almost every week 2 to 3 against the Director of Public Prosecution. One, what the instructions we have is to challenge the decision where he has amended the Constitution and given immunity to criminals, to thugs, to people robbing our own taxes in the offenses corruption. He has now amended the law to the effect that for the next 5 months, you cannot charge, he will not charge any politician who is involved in graft cases. The question of the politicians, we are talking about both members from political parties and also independent candidates. Roughly a population of more than 500,000 citizens, they cannot be arrested. The sitting governors, the members of parliament have been given the mandate to loot every money until they are safe until 9th of September or August 2022. Is this immunity found anywhere in the law? Article 157 that creates the position of the DPP provides, Article 157 is Article 11, that the decision, the power of the DPP should be exercised in the interest of the public. Is this the interest of the public? It is not. One, the DPP has completely blocked the Inspector General of Police, the Director of Criminal Investigation, and the EACC from arresting or from taking to court anybody with an offense of corruption. Does the DPP have, does Noordin Haji have these powers? He doesn't have these powers. Noordin Haji operates under the National Council for the Administration of Justice, the NCJA, chaired none other than the Chief Justice. We have sued the NCAJ because they have failed to take charge of the criminal process in this country. The stakeholders were never consulted. For one Noordin Haji to say unilaterally he will not charge any politician involved in an anti-corruption matter. The first petition we filed for his removal to the Public Service Commission, the petition where he got injunction orders to stop any prosecution, we provided more than 5,000 anti-corruption cases lying before his desk. For the last 2019 to this year, there are 5,000 cases of corruption. Investigation have been done by the DCI. Investigation have been done by the EACC. Last week, the EACC chair, Twahib, gave a presser that 3 governors are supposed to be charged. The files are with the DPP. The DPP's office has become a parking lot. It is a parking lot because it is an office where those alleged to be involved in corruption will take money to corrupt the DPP so that they are not charged. We are aware a court in Cabernet has given him the decision to charge absolutely himself. We are aware he made a circular that any serious matter that involves millions of money, any matter of anybody important, it is him by name, Noordin Haji, to deal with that file. Kenyans have recruited and are paying salaries of more than 2,500 prosecutors. None has the power to decide to charge a politician. None has the power to decide to charge anybody involved in corruption above serious amounts of money. He has amassed power to himself. The questions our client is asking: is one Noordin Haji above the law? 2, can he give clemency of thieves? Can he stop prosecution of people who are stealing from us? What about the ordinary Wanjiku? We are before the High Court. Today, thousands and thousands of small people, small boys, small girls, small women, villagers, barefooted, are being prosecuted in court today. Has Noordin Haji stopped the prosecution of all these people? He has stopped the prosecution of politicians. Has he stopped prosecution of the voters? Because the voters also need to be present during the campaigns. Are we heading to a situation where the court processes have been suspended until elections? Farmers, I had a chance to be in Trans Nzoia last week, and farmers told me, if this is the position, it is harvest time. Are we going to stop prosecution and charging of farmers because they are going to harvest their maize? So this selectivity of decision making is geared towards one thing. One, we have instructions that one Noordin Haji is hoping the next government coming in August 19 will be formed by politicians. So if he does not prosecute them, whoever takes power will retain him as the next DPP. 2, he is hoping to get political favor from both sides. He has extensively said this is an international best practice. Nowhere in the world will any judicial process or any criminal justice system stop prosecution of a criminal offense because of a political process. That is a lie. 2, he has not issued any circular to that effect. It was an utterance on a radio station and an utterance on a media house. The questions our client is asking: 1, we know very well Noordin Haji will now go and call the SUPKEM, the supreme organ of the religious, of the Muslims, to issue a statement that people are fighting him. Let it be very clear. We are not fighting the religion called Muslim. Myself, my name is Omari. You can associate it with any religion that you want. Nobody is waging a war against a religion. 2, calling press conferences of Muslims in Garissa to demonstrate. The questions we are asking: has he exercised the power completely devoid of nepotism? That's the question. When several people have been arrested, Catholics have been arrested and charged, SCDA members have been arrested and charged, PCA church members have been arrested and charged, has any religion or religious organization come out to defend one of their flock that has been arrested? So the decision to rush back to religion and his background is not sound. Let Noordin Haji, 1, respond to our affidavits. We have filed a petition. We have served him with several petitions. He has not responded to any. He is calling on SUPKEM is calling on other entities to demonstrate and say one thing or another about the war. Lastly, Treasury. We have joined in Treasury. We have joined in the national speakers, national assemblies, both Senate and National Assembly. The reason, the budget that was passed last week, the office of the DPP, the office of the EACC, the office of the Inspector General, and the office of the DCI who allocated more money to fight graft. That money is for what? If Noordin has said nobody can be charged, that budget we are calling for it to be relocated back so that it can go to take care of citizens who need hospital bills and who have other things to deal with. It is simply, and I summarize this, a clear demonstration of Noordin's intention to sabotage the president of this country, whose legacy is to fight corruption. Mr. President, your own DPP has put it very clearly that your legacy for fighting corruption will not see the light of the day. So we are calling upon the president, if the courts are not moving very fast, the president should act very fast and remove from office and create a tribunal to remove one Noordin from office, because he is the impediment towards the fight against corruption.